Welcome to 12 Days of HealthCast here at UNM. My name is Elizabeth Dwyer, and we are talking today with health education consultant for HSC Wellness, Vanessa Roybal. Thank you so much for being here today, Vanessa.
Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course. So today we're going to talk about holiday stress and some things that we can do to combat stress and counteract it and help ourselves stay centered and sane during the holidays. Can you tell us why holiday stress is so bad for us?
Yeah, during this time of year, we tend to put a lot of pressure on ourselves and wanting the holidays to be perfect, wanting it to be a Hallmark card, as some say. And with the whole giving gifts and having to bake a lot, and even social gatherings, the pressure of being together, and it's just a really busy month. So with that also comes with stress, stress with families, internal stress, as well as the pressure that we put on ourselves to try and make it great for us, our families, our little ones that we have at home. And so I think we just put a lot of pressure and stress on ourselves during this time.
Absolutely. And why is stress bad for us? I mean, we all know it's like broad strokes. It's not good to be stressed out, but like, what are the actual consequences on our bodies, like physically and mentally and emotionally?
Putting a lot of stress on our bodies can look different for different people and how we respond to that stress. Mm-hmm. So stress can be as mild as a headache, or a symptom for chronic stress could be as major as heart disease. And for the mental symptoms of stress, it could be anxiety. It could be even leading to depression. And there's a thing called seasonal depression, even, which is, now that it's dark all the time, it gets dark really in earlier and dark when we wake up. And people need some good sunlight. They need stretching in the morning as well, making sure that they take care of their minds as well as their bodies.
And one of our favorite ways to take care of both at the same time, your mind and your body, is yoga, which even if you've never tried it, if you're brand new at this, we're going to walk you through a couple of very simple poses, one slightly advanced pose, but I can teach you how to get there. And it's it's a lot easier than people think. People are always surprised when they're like, oh my gosh, my body can do that. It just looks impressive. Really not that. It's not that impressive. Okay, so we're gonna do some yoga poses and walk you through it. And these are things you can do anywhere. Like, you don't even need a yoga mat. You just need a comfortable floor and comfortable clothes. And if you just need to like steal away to a different room for a sec, give yourself 5 minutes of stretching and centering. It can do wonders for your nervous system and help you stay less stressed throughout this crazy month that Vanessa just talked about. So what do we have first, Vanessa?
Okay, so first, how about we'll start off on the top of the tree. Let's start off with a good one.
Top of the tree.
We're going to be doing a Christmas star pose.
Okay.
So
that's so easy. Just step your feet out about a little wider than hip width. Excuse me. Excuse me. You can point your toes forward. I know you can't see my feet right now. You can point your toes forward, or you can angle them out a little bit, whatever's comfortable. And then you just lift your arms out to the side like a star. Lift up your chest, take a few deep breaths. Christmas star. And what else? Can you tell us about why this power pose, Vanessa, is also what else it can help do for you mentally and emotionally?
Yes, it actually creates a lot of self-confidence. Whenever you need that brief sparkle, as you can say, of self-confidence, A great power pose will help you with that, making sure you have really good posture, making sure you're breathing in really good as well, breathing in deep and sticking your chest out, making sure your shoulders are correct, and making that power pose there and holding it. I think research says about 5 to 10 seconds will actually increase that self-confidence and for those difficult family conversations that we may have during the holidays, even for that difficult meeting that you may go into, a quick 5-10 second pose, and you will increase your confidence.
Love that. Okay, so many benefits to yoga already, and all we had to do was this. That's so great. Okay, so what's next on the tree?
Let's do, how about the what is on the tree? Some people put these on their tree. I don't know. I do. But candy canes.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
anybody else put candy canes on their tree? I do. Yes. Not the peppermint ones. I like the ones that taste like the fruit.
Like fruit. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so for the candy cane stretch.
All right, candy cane stretch. I inhale my arms up. Yeah.
This, yeah.
And then just stretch your upper body. So my feet are together, like really together. Inhale your arms up. And then as you exhale, you go over to the side. So you're bent like a little candy cane. Try not to crunch your shoulders up to your ears. Try to let your shoulders relax. And then you inhale yourself up and exhale to the other side. So then you're a candy cane over here. Definitely need this stretching. I'm feeling a little stiff. Okay, so that's our candy cane stretch. What else do we got?
Great. Another thing I have in my house right now is an elf on the shelf. Our elf's name is Lloyd Christmas, and so Elizabeth is. Why don't you go ahead and show us Elf on a Shelf?
I'm gonna like start people. I know you can't see my feet, but so essentially I'm going from a flat foot to just raising my heel off the ground as a good starting place to help really ground the foot that's going to stay on the floor. And that'll give you a sense of being rooted and help with your balance a little bit. So just start lifting your heel off the ground until you can lift up your knee and maybe just hold it there for a second to really, again, center yourself, get yourself balanced. And keep this knee bent. You don't want to lock your knee. You don't want a super straight leg. It actually is counterintuitive, but you want to keep some bend to help you balance. And then you'll cross your foot over and squat down a little bit. It's like you're sitting on a shelf. I like to do hands in front of the heart. That really helps me stay balanced. But some people prefer to keep their hands on their feet and their knee. And that gives you a sense. And then you're sitting like a little elf on the shelf. Now you're Floyd Christmas.
Yeah, Lloyd Christmas. He's actually from Dumb and Dumber, but
Lloyd Christmas. Now you are also Lloyd Christmas. And the yoga instructor that I work with the most is always talking about how none of this should add to your stress. So if you are not in a space to do this without the help of a wall or a chair or something, use the wall or the chair. No shame in that. Okay, had to come out of it without falling. Okay. So yeah, use things to help yourself balance, whatever helps you feel comfortable and calm and centered. That's the goal here. It's not to like do crazy impressive yoga poses. It's to help center your nervous system and help you reduce your levels of stress. So use whatever balance aids you need.
Great. Thank you. And our next one is Ice Dancer.
Oh, yeah. This one's new to me. You have to just taught this to me today. But it's really cute. Okay. So this is the one where we kick back, yeah?
Yep. Okay. And then your hands will be to your side there. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. So similar thing, I think, if you start rooting the foot that's going to stay on the ground, and you can put your arms back to kind of help give yourself the shape from the get-go. And then just lift your leg and kick it back and hold your little ice dancer pose. This is another good one to lift your heart. Give yourself a little bit of confidence boost. You can do this. You can do Christmas. You can do whatever holiday you're doing. It's going to be great.
I like how you did the palms out. I think that's wonderful. And that's on the side there.
You can do the holidays. It's going to be great.
Now there is a tiny dancer 2. So that was tiny dancer 1. And now there's a tiny dancer 2. It might be a little advanced for some.
So I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. One is without modification and one is with, because we do want all of this to be accessible to folks, even if you've never done yoga before. So again, we're starting with our root balance. So you're going to lift your left leg, then you start just really grounding in all 4 corners of your foot, letting your knee stay a little bit bent so you're not holding tight and injuring yourself. And then you'll just lift the heel of your left foot off the ground until you lift your knee and kind of hold it there to get your balance. Here's my handy chair if I need to get my balance this way. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so from here, the first step is to slide your hand down to your ankle and just balance. Like, this is a stretch most of us have done at some point in our lives, even if it hasn't been since gym class in junior high, but we've done it. We've done the stretch. And this might be enough for some people. Maybe this is your tiny dancer pose, and that's great. And then if you want to go further, you can use your chair or not to balance. You slide your hand around to the inside of your foot and you kick back. You start to slowly kick back. And again, you have your chair here for balance, so you can hold that. And if you want to go even further, you can hold your other arm out in a little ice dancer pose. Again, it looks impressive, but it's just a couple of simple movements. And you can here. If you just want to go this far, that's great.
Beautiful, Elizabeth. Beautiful.
I think that's it for yoga poses, right?
I think those are, yes, we're definitely done.
Okay, good. Got my workout in. Thanks, Vanessa. Are there any other tips you want to leave us with in terms of how to reduce stress or just like manage your sanity during the holiday season, whatever and however folks are celebrating?
Yeah, one thing I do want to end with is self-care. Making sure that this holiday season, I know we're going to give, but we also need to be able to give to ourselves. And make sure you slither some time for some things that you enjoy to do, as in yoga poses, or a nice walk. And if you have the ability to give yourself a gift of a massage or something that you enjoy doing. So yes, we're all givers this holiday season, but making sure that you take care of yourself as well.
Fantastic advice to end on. Thank you so much for being here today, Vanessa. We really appreciate your time.
Of course. Thank you so much.